You rolling, Max?
Yo, it's your boy Max here, back with another QP3TV episode, and you know who we got with us? The one and only Zak G.
It's good, man.
Gonna be happy to have somebody on here with me. This boy right here, I'm not gonna talk too much because he's gonna do a lot of talking today, but this man's a hard worker. The reason why he's the first person back in the new season because I've been watching him for years now, and I was like, I can't deny it, brothers. I'm not even gonna say arguably. It is the hardest working man in the town right now.
Oh,
so,
dude, to hear you say is fire.
hey,
Because you're a goat. Like I said, man. You know your repertoire in the town as well. I just got to give you your props.
I appreciate
everything
that
you've done, and I'm honored to be here because I know what you mean to Syracuse hip hop. So,
I greatly
thank you.
Appreciate that, bro.
Appreciate you
being on the show today.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that being said, I know it's a lot of people who do know who you are, but for the ones who don't, just give a little rundown about yourself.
Yeah, man, I'm Zak G. I'm a rapper, producer, engineer. I'm out of Syracuse, but I'm a country boy. I grew up in the cornfields of Pompey, New York, if y'all know where that is. Yeah, man, I'm been making music now for a little over 10 years now. And my album, For the G's, was nominated for a Syracuse Music Award. And so,
that's what's up.
Big things have been happening. We're continuing to move forward. And I've been dropping an album every year for the last 3 years now, going on my 4th year, gonna have another one dropping, but I'm just focused, man. I want this shit to happen, and I don't like to put something down once I start.
Nah.
And I think a lot of people in the town do that. You don't. There's like people that have just stuck with it and stuck with this music shit, whatever, lane and they're in. They're like, if you love this shit, you're in it. You know what I mean? And it's never been us, man. We love this too much, man. So
for sure.
Here we are, still active content, things like that. So yeah, man, it's just sticking with it, loving it, and staying making music, man. That's what I do.
Before I go into my next question, I'm gonna go back to it's funny because I remember you actually being down here some years ago. It might have been 5-6 years ago.
Yes.
I remember you saying yo, man, I hate the content. I hate putting out content every day, but yo, I'm challenging myself to put out a clip a day for 30 days or something like that. I can't remember how many days you're saying, but it's remember you saying that to watching bro, sometimes I get on there and I see 4 or 5 different clips in a day, and I'm like, yo, that's work, because I remember you saying yo, I hate doing it, because I remember we both saying I don't really like putting out the content. You yo, but I'm just gonna push myself and do it and whatnot. And, that's why I tip my hat to you, because I still personally don't like the social media. So
Yep.
It's hard for me to still try to do it. You'll see where I was doing it, I'm like, yo, you gotta do it, but then I just don't, I gotta get over that wall, that little humping on the road. I gotta get over that. But I see you do it, and once again, that's why I clap for you, because I remember you saying you did the same thing. You don't like doing it, but you got past that, and now look at you, bro.
Yep.
You're a content creator. You make music, but you're at this point you're a content creator, because
Yeah.
you're on the TikToks, you're on the Instagrams, you're on YouTube Shorts, you're on all that stuff, bro. So I can't. You don't hear me say a lot where I say I clap for you, because bro, you're a hard worker, and I always gonna commend somebody, or tip my hat to somebody who's doing things like you, brother, and I respect that.
You got to ask yourself in this day and age, to piggyback off of that, what's more valuable in this day and age? This is the hard truth for a lot of artists. What's more valuable? Is it a stream or a view? At the end of the day, you're probably getting more views on the songs or the content about that song compared to the streams a lot of the times for artists, because it's just, you drop a reel, you're getting 2,000 views. You're not getting 2,000 streams on a song at the grassroots. I'm not saying you start building, okay, now you're gonna get more streams, but you're always gonna have more views than streams. So in this day and age, which sucks, content to a consumer is more valuable than music.
It is.
Which sucks.
It definitely does.
For someone that loves music, you love music, I love music, it's just not as valuable. It's how many people I put out For the G's, and I'm like, this is my best work ever. And I tell people, yo, you listen to the album? They're like, yeah, it's on my to-do list. It's a lot of people's to-do list, but we just don't have the time in this day and age. Music just doesn't mean enough, and it's a shame that we're at that stage as a society, but it's what are you doing? You're not opening up Spotify first and foremost when you wake up. You're probably opening Instagram and social media.
Exactly.
So people got to understand where the attention is, and you got to market to where the attention is. If people were going straight to like, I'm gonna turn on my Spotify, I'm gonna turn on my music, and that's how I'm gonna start my day, it'd be a different world. But people are most likely going to a social media platform first. So I need to be where people are at first and foremost for the most time. How many hours are you spending on social media compared to streaming platforms? That's how I think of it. And I'm like, I can't let this shit lack, man. Like, I gotta be out here as much. I have to put just as much, if not more, energy into the content. That's what's gonna make this whole shit go.
No, not like, once again, like I'm a little older, so I'm a little old school. So like, I was a little like against the social media, and once again, like I still am against it. But it's like it took me to a point where like I said, I started realizing people don't care about music as much as they care about like what you're doing outside of your music now.
Yeah.
And even like that still goes with the content and whatnot. Like I see it. I got more fans on TikTok off of my streaming my game than off my actual music.
Yeah.
It's because people like those kids that see that, they don't care about my music. They care about, he does something that I do, but he also makes music, so let me listen to that.
Yes,
and like,
it's a byproduct.
So
yes.
now it's like you kind of got to market yourself that way. Like, yeah, always have the music first. You always put your all into your music, but you got to also know how you got to market it now. Like, that was one thing where I had to learn how to pivot. Like, yeah, I was being stuck in my old ways. Like, nah, I'm not getting on the TikToks. And like, now I'm one of the biggest like, I promote TikTok to everybody. Like, yo, bro, if you just get on it, they got the best algorithm. You like the stuff that you're supposed to be liking on it. Then in the next couple of days, everything that you need to be looking at is gonna be on there, bro. So like, I see now, like everybody that I see on it says the same thing. Like, your music, yeah, that's not even 50% of it anymore. Like, you got to do all the content, all that extra stuff, and like, if you drop a song, you got to have 10 different videos for that song. Like, not just your music video, you got to have the lyric videos, you got to have this, and that, you got to have all that. So like, once again, that's why I tip my hat to you, because you saw that so long ago. You know what I mean? So many people are just now catching on, and you're ahead of the wave with that. So like, I always used to say, like, I kind of think I was ahead of the waves with a lot of stuff I was doing back then. That's why a lot of things didn't work out. But you stuck with it, and that's why it did pan out for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like,
there's still so much more to pan out. You know
for sure.
I mean?
No, for sure. Like this is just the beginning for sure.
Yeah,
like,
amen.
Is this just beginning?
Sticking
but it's
with
like,
it's real.
And I also say to a lot of people, like, people say overnight celebrity and overnight sensation. I'm like, people never see that 10-year grind that makes that person that overnight celebrity, bro. Like, so like, it's definitely a lot more to go, but like, where you're at right now, a lot of people will beg to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so keep doing what you're doing on that aspect, but let's get back into the questions. The next one, I was gonna really ask you is like, kind of still going off of that. When did you realize like this is what you want to do?
Early on, man. I think I was making music in high school with my boy back then, and it was one of those things. Like, I loved it. I didn't care what anybody said. It was like, this is awesome to me. I was kind of delusionally confident about it, and I think that's all that mattered, because like, you know, like, this kid from high school could make fun of me or this, whatever. It was like, yeah, but like in my head, like, they're just not understanding it. They might hear this for this, but like, I know I got the lyricism. Okay, I might be saying some nerdy white boy shit, or I might have said something mad corny here, but like, I got some wit to me. So let me build off that. I just believed in myself enough to like cultivate something, because I knew, okay, all right, so I can evolve this. I can get more confident in my skin. I can talk about girls and stuff like that too openly, and I can, and then I can add some singing in it, and then I can like deliver it just like less nasally and more from the, you know, like on some real shit, like a, you know. So my thing is, I built for years. I would say in college I had this moment. It was like 2016. I lost my grandfather that year. It was a year before I had to graduate. My grades were going to shit. I'm losing myself in like the college partying and shit like that. And I had to I didn't make music for that whole year, but I knew deep down I wanted to, but I didn't feel like it was feasible. I went to college for broadcasting, and I was like, I realized in that moment, I didn't want to do what my major was. I wanted to make music. That's why I was miserable. That's why I was failing in my schooling. And like, I just said, you know what, man? If I'm going to be successful in life, I have to follow my passion. If I don't, I'm going to be stuck in a job that I don't like. I don't even know where I'd be right now. You know what I mean? Without music. So I just finally admitted to myself, like, nah, I'm not succeeding because I'm put on this earth to make music. And I know it. And no one else can say, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. I know it. And so I just said, fuck it, man. And so you said, where does it start? That's, I think, like I started beforehand, like, you know, just as a hobby.
Yeah, for sure.
But like once 2016 hits, end of college, I'm like, nah, man. Like Russ figured out this thing with SoundCloud, posting each song a week. And that was the thing back then. Now it's a different game. But that was it. I was like, no, you can do this independently now. We live in a time now where anybody can make it if they stick to it. But you got to stick to it. And I've been seeing this slow growth throughout those years. And I'm just excited for what's next, man. Like now we're maybe touring. Now we're doing Sammy's. It all comes from that root of just deciding and sticking with it and believing in it and cultivating it. You know what I mean? So that was when it started, man. That was definitely when it started.
Nah, definitely. And I feel like everybody, like you said, like I can't say everybody, but every artist that eventually makes it to kind of say something similar to you, like they always been doing it, but they always have that like one moment in life where they're like, nah, this is what I really want to do, and this is like I'm putting this my all into it. And, like
Yep.
I can even say I had that same like a similar situation with like music. Like me and my friends, like you said, I was always making music in high school. I remember in middle school in 8th grade, I went to North City Junior High. So like we had middle school, then we had junior high school and high school. High school was I don't know if you know, but high school is only 10 through 12. Mm-hmm. So the junior high school, if you're in the 8th and 9th grade, so like 9th grade, you're kind of like the kings of school and whatnot. So we dropped a little mixtape in there, and we like sold out to the point where like teachers, principals stopped us. And was like, if you sell another CD, you're gonna get suspended type
Crazy.
Thing. Because like they were just saying we were just disrupting all the school and whatnot.
You were the hot commodity.
Oh no! I won't say it was me. Just me. It was just me. Well, it was me and my boys actually. You know, Astro. It was me, him, and then a couple other homies we called SNF back then. Okay. So that's like where we really started out. You know?
Okay, so this is
about
before
you. This is the
Flyboys.
This is before the Flyboys. Yeah, this is like before. Like I said,
you said
Flyboys,
8, 9. Yeah, okay.
Flyboys was more so like after I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. Okay.
But
gotcha.
At this point, like this is how old school it is, bro. So like back in the day with the old computers, they had the one program that just had like, it just came with the computer. It had like stop, pause, and record on it.
Yeah.
So we found out that the old headphones, if you broke them off, it was a two-way like monitor type thing. So like you could actually record in it. So we were literally, my boy had the little, what is it called? Like, they call it this, entertainment system. My bad, I couldn't think of it. But they had that for the computer. So it was like a little one with the little doors on it. So we would throw the blanket over the top. It was super crazy. We had to play this instrumental out loud because like it was no DAW or nothing like that. It was just straight raw like this. And if you messed up, there's no punching in. We gotta start a song from the beginning.
Yep.
Just one take. So whoever's on the song has to get under the blanket and like take your
that's funny as hell.
But that's what the mixtape was like.
I love the early stories of that, man.
But like it led to like college where like, once again, like you said, like, bro, I love football. As you can see, I got all this football stuff in here and whatnot. But like, I got to college and like, I never really wanted to go. So my mom was just like, yo, they're paying for you to go. Just go give it a shot. If you don't like it, you come home and go work. They didn't really want to come home and go work or whatnot. So when I got to college, I was there. Did the first year and whatnot, doing my thing. Second year comes along, halfway through it, I'm just like, bro, I can't do this. I don't really like football's not fun anymore here. Like, I don't like the school I'm at. I'm doing music, like, I'm starting to get, like, love with the little Facebook freestyles and whatnot like that. But I'm just like, this is what I really want to do. But at the time, bro, this is before any social media. Facebook was, like, the only thing at the time. So to be, like, say I'm going to
What year was this? What you
This had to be 2010.
Yep. So Facebook's, like, the thing.
Yeah, Facebook's the thing. So, like, I'm just like, but it's unheard of for, like, somebody just become a rapper. So when I tell my mom this is what I want to do, she's like, yeah, you coming home, you coming to work. Like, we ain't hearing none of this. But I'm like, nah, I want to rap. My brothers are all like, yeah, you can rap, but you going to keep going to school, play football. And I'm like, nah, that's not what I want to do.
Right.
So one day I actually called my aunt, my mom's sister, and I'm just like, I just spill it all. I'm like, yo, I hate school. Like, I only tried this for my mom. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm not going to tell you to drop out. I'm never going to tell you to do that. She's like, but you got to go where your heart is. Like, if you say you really want to do music and whatnot, then give it a shot. She's like, I think you can still do it in school, but if you saying that school is not for you, come home and figure that go to another. So she was still trying to push me to go to school, but also saying like do the music. I was like, at the time I was an idiot and I thought I can't do both. You know what I mean? I can't play football and make music. Now I see like I wish I did both because I miss football to death. But at the time they just took the love out of it. But I had that moment like I was a recorder. I remember I was doing I think it was the Young Wiz mixtape. I wasn't even like going by Sean Maggs at the time. It was just Young Wiz. Like I was going by Young Wiz at the time. So like
like a Wiz Khalifa shout out or
no. This is like, before my brother actually. I don't want to keep going, but my brother was like, yo, when Wiz Khalifa started coming up, he's like, you know, you gotta change your name. Like you can't.
Oh, word. Like,
people gonna think he's still in it.
Yeah.
But I used to go by Lil One. Like I was young. Like I said, I used to rap since I was small. So like I remember airbrushing. I was probably like 9 or 10 years old.
Wow.
Lil One on my not airbrush but paint spraying. Lil One on my shirt. My mom got pissed because I messed up the floor. That was my rap name. And then when I got to like I started rapping with my homies, like I said, they started like doing the Snoop Dogg, Wizzy and Wizzy One and all that stuff. So like it just got shortened it up to Lil Young Wiz, but then Wiz Khalifa blew up and was like, yeah, gotta make that career change. That move, like,
and then you were Sean Maggs.
Yes, sir. Sean Maggs in the flesh. Like, but that being said, when I made that mixtape, I remember this one kid named Philly, because he's from Philly. I kept on playing Mac Miller. Do, 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 do. I can't think of the song off the top of my head.
Yeah,
but,
I know what you're talking about.
It's like my very first music video, if you want to call it that.
Yep.
But I kept playing that and I made the remix, and that's when I was like, because I kept on making freestyles about just like the environment I was in. But I'm like, I don't like this. Like, I really kind of want to like make some different type stuff. So I heard that beat and I was like, let me just give this a shot. And like when I was playing it, like kept playing the beat, they hated like the people in the dorms next door hated it because I was blasting it through the speakers. But then when I finally played it, bro, the reaction by them, like they like, yo, blah blah, smoking and drinking to it. I'm just like, nah, this is cool. You know what I mean? So like I saw for the first time people who didn't like, yeah, they knew me because like I went to school with them, but they didn't know me, so they weren't just like, oh, that's just Lil Man from Sherman Park, blah blah. Like, so once I saw people like actually fuck with my music and what I gave them, I'm like, all right, let me give this a shot for real, for real. Then I came home, dropped the mixtape, and I had DJ Big Mike host it, and like that's when like this is like what made me say, yeah, you on something, because I reached out to all the OGs and whatnot that was rapping at the time. Deaf ears, nobody saying nothing to me. I dropped that tape, and those same people hit me up like, yo, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, something's right about
here.
this, you know what I mean? So. And when I did that, even my mom, because like she came home from work one day and was like, my friend was talking about you, blah, blah, and I'm like, talking about me. She's like, she just kept on saying, my kids love your son, my kids love your son. And she's like, I don't know if your kids really know my son. She's like, no, they listen to him on YouTube all the time, on Facebook all the time. And like when my mom started coming home and like telling me stories about that, I'm like,
it is real.
I gotta,
awesome.
Because she like, my mom never was against it, but she just is my mom. So she's always like, I want you not to put all your eggs in this one basket. So once again, if I probably would have did that now, she probably wouldn't have been so ass hard because she sees more people doing and whatnot. But at the time, it was unheard of for a local rapper to just blow up type shit. Yep. Especially off of Facebook. You know
for sure. For sure. You were kind of like the first thing of its kind in a lot of ways in this city, for real. It's that, which is crazy.